What is blue carbon? The blue carbon concept has appeared in the UPSC exam many times. The blue carbon refers to the carbon stored in coastal and marine ecosystems, primarily in mangroves, seagrasses, and salt marshes. These ecosystems play a very crucial role in mitigating climate change by sequestering and storing significant amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Something that has significantly affected our daily lives and is stored within the largest system of water on our planet must be a household name, right? Not necessarily. Have you ever heard of blue carbon? Chances are the answer is no, but perhaps you know more than what you realize. Blue carbon is simply the term for carbon captured by the world's ocean and coastal ecosystems. You have probably heard that human activities emit or give off something called carbon dioxide, which contains atmospheric carbon. You've also heard that these gases are changing the world's climate and not in a good way. What you may not have heard is that our ocean and coast provide a natural way of reducing the impact of greenhouse gases on our atmosphere through sequestration of this carbon. Seagrasses, mangroves, and salt marshes along our coast capture and hold carbon, acting as something called as a carbon sink. These coastal systems, though much smaller in size than the planet's forest, sequester this carbon at a much faster rate and can continue to do so for millions of years. Most of the carbon taken up by these ecosystems is stored below ground where we can't see it, but it is still there. The carbon found in coastal soil is often thousands of years old. The bigger picture of blue carbon is one of the coastal habitat conservation. When these systems are damaged, an enormous amount of carbon is emitted back into the atmosphere, where it can then contribute to climate change. So protecting and restoring coastal habitat is a good way to reduce climate change. When we protect the carbon in coastal systems, we protect healthy coastal environments that provide many other benefits to people, such as recreational opportunities, storm protection, and nursery habitat for commercial and recreational fisheries. Mangrove forests are found in tropical and subtropical coastal areas. They consist of salt-tolerant trees and shrubs that grow in intertidal zones where land meets the sea. Sea grasses are flowering plants that grow in shallow coastal waters. They also form dense underwater meadows and provide habitat for a wide range of marine species. Salt marshes are the coastal wetlands dominated by salt-tolerant grasses and other vegetation. They occur in estuaries and sheltered coastal areas with brackish water. The blue carbon ecosystem have high rate of photosynthesis, during which they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and convert it into organic carbon through plant growth. The organic carbon produced by these ecosystems is stored in the biomass, the roots, stems, leaves, sediments, and soil layers over the time. The blue carbon habitats can sequester carbon at rates that are several times higher than those of terrestrial forest. The sequestration and storage of carbon in blue carbon ecosystem help mitigate climate change by removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and storing it in long-term reservoirs. Protecting and restoring carbon habitats can contribute to global efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. In addition to their carbon sequestration potential, blue carbon ecosystems provide numerous other ecosystem services including coastal protection, habitat for biodiversity, nursery grounds for fish, nutrient cycling. These ecosystems support diverse marine and terrestrial species. Blue carbon ecosystems are under threat from various human activities including coastal development, pollution, overfishing, and climate change-induced factors such as sea level rise and ocean acidification. Conservation and reservation efforts are very critical for protecting and enhancing blue carbon habitats. This includes establishing marine protected areas, implementing sustainable coastal management practices, and promoting community-based conservation initiatives.